Good morning, friends, and welcome to my garden. It's the last day of June. I'm in upstate New York, zone 6A, and today I wanted to talk about watering. This week in my area, we're getting the heat dome, so today is kind of the first day where we're going to be above the 90s, and this week we're going to be hitting 99 degrees on Thursday, I think 97 on Wednesday, so definitely very warm. Pretty hot for this early of July. So I wanted to talk about watering and what I'm going to be doing for the heat. Okay, so we're going to start over here at the source of the water, the spigot. So we have a splitter here. The first one runs to my garden hose so I can water things as usual. And then over here we have a Bluetooth timer. The Bluetooth timer connects to your cell phone when you're in the vicinity of this timer. However, this one does not connect to my cell phone. It only connects to my husband's cell phone. So read the instructions and make sure the one you're buying actually is compatible with your phone. We set this up to run when we're not home, and I know it's going to be dry, so I look at the forecast and plan accordingly. Now for part 2 of this system. This is, I guess, like a splitter. This is the brainchild of my husband. We've designed this so it can connect to the GreenStalks and also our drip line system. So each connector has an on-off switch, which is super helpful because the GreenStalks don't always need to be watered, but the drip lines usually do. So we can turn off any of the GreenStalks at the source, or we could turn off the drip line if we wanted to. And the drip line has a splitter that connects to each half of the garden. Okay, so this is the base of the GreenStalks. So I bought the GreenStalk watering kit. It was pretty reasonable if you get them on sale, and it provides the black tube that runs up to the top of the GreenStalk and the spout connector. But what we did for the GreenStalks was kind of creative. We got short hoses to connect from the splitter, and then we got a quick connect system, which is pretty cool. So you can just disconnect the GreenStalks easily and you can move them, and then when you want to reconnect them, you just can snap them back. These connectors are a little bit expensive, but I think worth it if you want to be able to move your GreenStalks around the patio or to the shade, which I definitely did. So now you can see the top of the GreenStalk. So like I said, there's clips that hold the black tube all the way to the top, and then it has a nozzle that you can turn on and off at the source as well. So if you didn't have the on and off splitters, you could still control it here. With the quick connect, the whole GreenStalk is movable. Without the quick connect, it's not. So I turned on the system for this video just so you could see. You can change the rate of flow on these heads here. Alternatively, you can buy the little drip line. They just go right in the ground. You can just plug them in and it just drips water right to the root. Many options. Everything's on Amazon or eBay. My husband just found a few kits and we plugged everything together. Wasn't that difficult. So over here in one of my tomato patches, what I'm planning to do this week is use a shade cloth over my tomatoes just to give them some extra shade in the late afternoons during that high heat. I already have fruit that's setting, but I just kind of want to protect the vegetative growth a bit from the 99-degree heat that we're going to be getting. A little update on my ground cherries from the other week. I'm slowly winning the war against the potato beetles that were taking them over. A few of them are starting to look a lot better. Starting to get some actual little ground cherries. Oh, here's one. When they fall off the plant, then you pick them. They really live up to their name of a ground cherry. So you can see some of my carrots have gone to seed with the heat, but I've let them flower because they are so pretty. And I feel like any flower I like to see, so I leave them. And my GreenStalks are doing really well. Like I said, I'm going to be fertilizing my peppers a bit. Some of those bottom leaves turning yellow, so we'll just hit them with some fertilizer. But the honeywort's doing really well. It's starting to bloom. I just love the blooms on honeywort. It's so dramatic. I have some bees friend up here that's stretching towards the sun. It's doing really well. My zinnias. It's funny, zinnias when they first start look a little scraggly, but the more and more flowers you get, the better they get. You can see my honeywort in here. A bunch of marigolds at the top. Some more honeywort. We are getting some early jalapenos too. Just fun to see. Some more jalapenos. And finally over here, I'm growing a few extra things. I have some bok choy that I started, a few sunflowers, more honeywort for a second wave, some yarrow over here, some marigolds I'm going to pop in around the garden, and then kind of an experiment of some tomatoes. I'm wondering if I can do a second wave of tomatoes. It really depends on our season here. Sometimes we get a warm fall, other times a cold fall, so I'm just gonna play it by ear. But I have the seeds that I saved from last year, so just figured I'd go for it. So those started last week. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope this video inspires you to get creative in watering solutions for your garden. There's so many different choices out there, so hopefully this sparks some ideas and helps alleviate some of that pressure you feel during the gardening season to keep up with everything. I hope you tune in next time. Take care.